Until the class of 2021 sits down for exams, one of the questions that may be asked is what kind of jobs are currently on offer for them? To help us answer questions around job hunting and skills needed to enter the job market, we're joined by Lebo Nke, who is the Chief Culture Officer for Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator. Lebo, thank you so much for your time. We know that some of the matriculants will go into tertiary education, but for those that aren't going into tertiary education or maybe don't have anything lined up, what's on offer for them?
Thank you so much for the opportunity to chat to you and your viewers. I think that we know that the economy is really slow right now, but we are seeing in the formal economy that there's still opportunities in the global business services sector for young people with no work experience. Retail has previously seen a bump in around holiday seasons, and with Christmas season coming up, there's likely to be some seasonal jobs. But I think, one of the most important projects and initiatives we're working on currently in partnership with the Department of Basic Education is an opportunity to place people into 300,000 short-term opportunities as teacher assistants in schools. And this is really important work because what has to be on offer is that, we have to find opportunities for young people to build their skills, to build their experience, and to obviously earn some money. 30% of our network as Harambee, on SA Youth platform, are young people who are hustling and they're generating an income, selling goods, tutoring, or, doing some social media type work. And they're gaining skills on managing themselves, on, managing money and how to present themselves. And so, there are a variety of things out there, but it's really important that young people think of opportunities to just better themselves and build their employability.
You mentioned about 300,000 opportunities and maybe a few more. How does that compare to the number of matriculants that will be graduating and that'll be on the market?
Well, we know that every year, this was pre-COVID, that we had 1.1 million young people entering the labor market, and every year. And only about 30% of them, find their way into higher education or into jobs. So there is 70% of young people who become not employed or in training. And so it is important that we look at multiple pathways, I think, for these young people. And so there is no way that the economy is going to absorb everybody. And this we know. And this is why it's so important that, opportunities in the informal economy, hustling, that these are promoted and young people find a bridge and find ways to make money while they find more of a strong foothold in the economy.
Lebo, what kind of skills do these matriculants need to equip themselves with as they go into the job hunt? As
Harambee having worked with so many young people over the years, we've learned that what a lot of employers want and still want right now are young people with strong, behavioral skills, young people that are reliable, with discipline, that can show up with a positive attitude. And all those skills are still really important. But also just managing yourself and managing peers and, teamwork, problem solving and creativity. All those are really important skills in this new world of work. I think that is so not as before, as we know. And I think, it requires a lot of young people to be change adapt.
Well, Lebo, thank you so much for your time, and it is good to hear that there are some opportunities for the class of 2021. Lebo Nke, the Chief Culture Officer for Harambee, will be back after this.